Good morning, everybody. I am back, and I'm your host, the Supreme Litigant. And before I begin, y'all already know the routine. If you haven't already, please go ahead and pound that like button, subscription button, and just let me know some of your thoughts on this particular video, if you don't mind. Today, I want to talk about public policy. But before I do that, just gotta update y'all. I'm sorry I haven't been on. I've been busy, y'all. I'm working on I'm doing a federal lawsuit for somebody in Texas. I've already drafted their paperwork. It's pretty much done. Um, I'm helping somebody with an appeal in the state court in Oklahoma. And I just get, consultations every now and then or something like that from time to time. Plus, I cut grass too. I have my own life that I have to live also. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. One more thing. If you haven't already, please go and vote. Matter of fact, let me go and show y'all right now what I mean. 1 second. The polls are right here, y'all. Click the community section of the YouTube channel. I'm waiting on it to load up. I think the screen is froze. There it goes. Okay. Just scroll down and you'll see your polls right here. Just scroll down and vote for your U.S. Court of Appeals. I think you probably got about maybe less than 2 weeks. And so far, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia is still in the lead. But anyway, let me get back on topic. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to let y'all know that. So today I'm going to talk about public policy. Okay. Now, me personally, I have my own theories on what I think public policy is. But I'm going to just go ahead and tell you, I don't know what the fuck public policy is because they don't seem to know what the fuck public policy is. Or if they do know, they make it very obscure as to what they are talking about, or the limits on where public policy is applicable and where public policy is not applicable. So I don't know what the fuck public policy is, but I'm gonna discuss it today in this channel because what the fuck is public policy? This is an Alabama case. Well, not the. Is this it? Yeah, it actually is an Alabama case. But anyway, our research indicates that the term public policy of a state is nothing more or less than the law of the state, which I disagree with, as found in its constitution and statutes, and when they have not directly spoken, then in decisions of the courts and in the regular practice of government officials. Public policy is not determined by varying opinions of laymen, lawyers, or judges as to the demands or interests of the public. Public. Y'all think they talking about you. They talking about the government. That's what the fuck they talking about. When the legislature of a state has acted on a subject within constitutional authority, public policy is what the statute enacted says or indicates. Thus, a constitutional statute cannot be contrary to public policy. It is public policy. So essentially, they're saying the statute is public policy. Now, I've seen cases where they say the statute is public policy, the Constitution is public policy, shit like that. This is my take on this. The term policy is corporate in nature because Walmart has a policy. Who else? Sam's Club has a policy. Lowe's has a policy. The Home Depot has a policy. Law firms have a policy. All corporations have a policy. This policy is not law, meaning it is not applicable to private citizens who have not consented to the authority of these corporations. The corporations that I just mentioned. Okay. The state is a corporation. It has an EIN number and it has a DUNS number. It's a corporation. All right. I'm going to read y'all some more case citations to show y'all what the fuck I'm talking about. When I say, what the fuck is public policy? Because they don't want to qualify. They don't want to tell you what the fuck they talking about. And just so y'all don't, so y'all won't think I'm making stuff up. Because I'm going to show you the cases where they basically tell you they don't know what the fuck it is. They haven't adequately defined it yet. Public policy is a broad, not easily defined concept. It embodies the community, common sense, and common conscience. Public policy is that principle of law under which freedom of contract or private dealings is restricted by law. When y'all see by law, that means statute. That's what they're talking about. For the good of the community. Further, the Supreme Court has noted the provisions of the Wisconsin Constitution initially declared the public policies of this state. Each time the Constitution is amended, that is also an expression of public policy. In addition, public policy is regularly adopted and promulgated in the form of legislation. So I'm going to stop right there. Y'all can read, this is the case citation right here. But I'm going to stop right here. Okay. The Constitution does not apply to you. Meaning the Constitution does not say what you can and cannot do. Okay. So if the Constitution, we're going to use the Constitution for Wisconsin. The Constitution of Wisconsin is the supreme law of the land within, Wisconsin. Okay. But it does not apply to the private citizens of Wisconsin. So if the Constitution of Wisconsin does not apply to them, which is the supreme law within that particular so-called state, how the fuck can a statute apply to these people when the statute is inferior to the Constitution? Not only that, all legislation is territorial. They're using statutes. Let's go on down. These are some questions that need to be answered. There is no exact definition of public policy. What the fuck? So y'all just make it. Y'all not gonna tell us what y'all are doing. They make this shit very obscure, y'all. Generally, public policy concerns what is right and just and what affects the citizens of the state collectively. Okay. First off, we don't have a democracy. We have a republic. So this shit should not even be applicable to nobody over here, because that sounds like some shit that is within a democracy. Let's see. The determination of public policy is a legislative function which necessitates the balancing of political interests. First off, the legislature is not sovereign. Okay. The legislature is an administrative branch of government of the people, meaning the people created the legislature. It belongs to the people. The people are not subject to the legislature. The legislature is subject to the people. As a matter of fact, all three branches of government, there are all three branches of so-called government or administrative agencies of the people. The people is a coordinate department of government. The people has the final say-so on what the law is. I know y'all don't want to hear that, and I know y'all don't want to believe that, especially you police officers, you judges, or anybody who's just anti-sovereign. I know y'all don't want to believe that, but the people have the final say on what the law is. The people can nullify every Supreme Court decision that they don't like whenever the fuck they want, because they sovereign. And just to let y'all know, I have not read that in any case. I just know what the fuck I'm talking about because I understand principles. To determine the public policy of Illinois, a court must look to the Constitution, statutes, and long-standing case law. Let's go up a little bit more. I have this last definition. It's going to fuck y'all up. It's going to make you laugh. However, public policy is created and defined by the legislature, not the judiciary. Like I just said, we're not subject to the jurisdiction of the legislature. The establishment of public policy is granted to the legislature alone. Who granted that to the legislature, y'all? The sovereign people. Or where is this? What is this? This looks like Kentucky. The sovereign people of Kentucky did that. And they can take that back whenever they want because that's not a right. That is a privilege. It is the prerogative of the legislature to declare that acts constitute a violation of public policy. The establishment of public policy is not within the authority of the courts. Okay. Now this right here is gonna fuck y'all up because it fucked me up. It just makes so much sense though. For definition of the meaning of the term public policy, we turn to 50 CJ Public Policy. I'm guessing this is Corpus Juris or something like that. Section 60, page 857 to 859. The term public policy, being of such vague and uncertain meaning and of such variable quantity, has frequently been said not to be susceptible of exact or precise definition. What the fuck? And some courts have said that no exact or precise definition has ever been given or can be found. Wow. Nevertheless, with respect to the administration of the law, the courts have frequently quoted and often approved of the statement that public policy is that principle of law which holds that no one can lawfully do no one can lawfully do that which has a tendency to be injurious to the public or against the public good. What are y'all talking about when y'all talk about public? You got to be talking about the government. What's public good? What is that? Anyway, the rule of law which declares that no one can lawfully do that which tends to injure the public or is detrimental to the public good, the principles under which freedom of contract or private dealings is restricted by law, a statute, for the good of the community. That is not a fucking republic, okay? That is some democracy type shit. That's not a republic because a republic respects individual rights. That's not a republic. Public policy has been said to be synonymous with policy of the law. What the fuck does that even mean? This is why I don't like reading cases sometimes because they make this shit so obscure and so confusing. You need to be scared as fuck with some of this stuff that I'm reading. You need to just a lot of question marks just need to flare up in y'all minds because this shit is. What are y'all talking about? This is. I think this is why they banned these motherfuckers from holding public office. Attorneys, that is, not the council. Attorneys. And also has been defined as the public good. In a less technical sense, especially with respect to the legislative actions, public policy may be and often is nothing more than expediency, political expediency, or the policy upon which governmental affairs are conducted from the time being. Public sentiment. In a judicial sense, public policy does not mean simply sound policy or good policy, but it means the policy of a state established for the public will, either by law, which is statutes, by the courts, or by general consent. So what are y'all talking about? Now I'm not sure if judges and attorneys probably listen to they probably do. I don't really know yet. But if you do, and if you are watching this video, please substantiate this shit for me. And don't put it in plain layman terms so everybody can comprehend what the fuck y'all mean by public policy. Because I don't know what the fuck it is. And it sounds like y'all ass don't know what the fuck it is. So, what the fuck is public policy? This is my take on it. I'm just gonna tell y'all what I originally said. Public policy is the policy of the corporation called the state of. That's what public policy is to me. Whether it be the Constitution, whatever it is. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I don't even hold myself accountable for being wrong when it comes to that, because I've been searching for it, and these motherfuckers, they would not substantiate what the fuck they mean by public policy. This shit is so vague and broad. I mean, so vague and obscure. I don't know what the hell they talking about. They don't even know what the hell they talking about. Anyway, that will be the end of this video. I'll do some more later throughout the month and the beginning of next month. But if anybody knows the answer to this question, please let me know, because I don't know. What the fuck is public policy? The Supreme Litigant is out. Peace.